What's up guys, welcome back. And I've got another Infinite Warfare video for you all today. And just to clarify, I do like this game and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. I don't know why everyone keeps moaning. I'm really fed up of just all the videos I see on YouTube of just people moaning and moaning about this game. If you don't like it, just stop playing it, please. Just don't play it. Go and play COD 4 Remastered if that's the best thing to do. Go and play it, please. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it. Anyway, so I'm using the Karma 45. I'm using the legendary variant, which is the Kisbet. Yes, I say it, the Kisbet, which I got from doing ranking up a mission team. So I think it's a really good way of getting some of the legendary weapons or some of the different weapon variances through ranking up the mission team. So I've just been concentrating on the first one, the Wolverines, and just trying to get it ranked up to get all of the guns that I can. I've only got one, I think I've got one legendary, which is the submachine gun. I was looking through all the different variants, so I kind of want to talk about the variants and that people saying that it's like pay to win, which I really don't see it's pay to win. I know there's COD points in there, but you don't have to buy the COD points. You don't have to buy them. You can just, play the game. I know it takes a while to get some of the keys and to get salvage, but if you had, like me, I've had the variant of the KV4, whatever, no, MV4 assault rifle, and I had the common variant like 3 times in supply drops, which I've got salvage for, which really helps you get a lot more salvage. And also I got a lot of salvage for doing my mission team, and the last time I got one I got like 250 salvage. I think it was like I think I'm ranked like 46 or something in it now, and this was a little in the 40s. I think it was 43 or 44, something like that I got this that amount of salvage. So I don't agree that it's necessarily pay to win. It's only pay to win if you are one of those people that spends money on the game, which is entirely up to you. So I don't think it's pay to win, but I think the variants are really good, and I was looking through them and I kept wondering why there was only 2 submachine guns in the armour. When you go to the armour, there's only 2 submachine guns that you can get different variants of after they go through the mission team. And when I added it up, actually there's the same amount of submachine guns to assault rifles. The submachine guns seem to be put more into the mission team for some reason. I don't know why. And I was looking through it as well, some of the different gun variants to do with getting the deatomizer, which it seems like there's only one on each of the classes of guns. So there's one on the submachine gun, one on the assault rifle, one on the sniper, one on the shotgun. I might be wrong on that. And I also looked at any that, if they do any extra damage, which there are a few that do more damage, but there's always some kind of penalty for the damage. So if they've got damage like the trying to think which one it was, the Volk, the last one you get in the armory, that one has damage, but it only at the sacrifice of not being able to fire fast. You can only fire 1 shot at a time. So there's definitely been things done there to balance the guns so that you get a variant, but it's not going to be really overpowered. Like the one I'm using at the moment, which I really like, is that if you get 3 kills, you get an extra perk, and I think you can get 3 perks in total, which is kind of good. So you might be running with just 3 perks, which is what I do. Most of my classes now, I've decided that I only need 3 perks. So I have Ghost on every single one, and then I'll swap out the middle one. On this class I'm using Momentum. I just like the fact that it kind of promotes you to run on the ground, because at any time you jump it cancels it out. So if you jump or wall run, it cancels it out. So I like it. And then my third one I'm using, I tried Dead Silence and I just don't see a point to it. I mean, you can hear footsteps a little bit better now than what you could, but I don't even need Dead Silence to do that. I can still hear them when I'm wearing my headset, and that's if I even wear my headset, because most of the time now I just feel that I don't even need to wear my headset. It comes down to reactions at the end of the day. That's what it seems to be more like with this game, and maybe that's why people don't like it as much, because they can't sound whore as much and be dominant like they used to be. So my last perk is, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, Gung-Ho. I use Gung-Ho on a lot of my classes. Some of them I've got hardwired, but most of them I use Gung-Ho. And I just find that having more attachments on the guns actually are better than having loads and loads of perks, or running with a lethal or a tactical. That's what I've been finding. But I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy getting these legendary guns and different variants of guns. It gives you something to work towards. And like I said, you don't have to pay any money for it. You just play the game. I'm not even on my first prestige yet. I really haven't played this game. I have been playing it, but I just haven't had a lot of time. I spend time with the girlfriend and going out and doing stuff, normal life stuff, rather than sitting playing on my Xbox all day long. Another thing I want to talk about was, very, very quickly before this ends, is what would you do if you suddenly had money put into your account? Now, this happened to me a few weeks ago. Now, I checked my bank balance, and for some reason I had £1,700 paid into my account. And you might be thinking, that's great, that's really good, just keep the money. So I was at work and I checked and said to everyone, I was like, I've got this money that's going to my bank. So I literally moved most of it over to my bank, which unfortunately some of it got like 200 quid of it got kind of spent by me because I didn't realise, because I hadn't been checking my account. And I kind of spent a couple of hundred quid. And I started worrying, so I put 1,400 quid or 1,500 quid into my savings. I was like, right, I'm just going to keep that there and see what happens. I tried contacting the bank and I couldn't get hold of anyone at the bank. And then with working, and because I work stupid hours, I couldn't get hold of anyone. So I didn't know what to do, so I kept saying to everyone, I've still got it. And they're like, yeah, don't touch it. You don't know where it's come from. You have to pay it back eventually. So I looked it up online, and yes, you're technically you're not allowed to keep any money that's been wrongly put into your account. There have been cases where people have won it and managed to keep the money, but generally you're not supposed to keep it. So as I'm doing this commentary today, I'm actually at my house, which is a bit weird because I haven't been to my house for a few weeks, which I should really come back in more often, because I live with my girlfriend and hopefully I'm going to sell my house. That's a different story anyway, so I can live with my girlfriend. So I came here today and there was a shitload of mail. Loads of mail, because I hadn't been here for a couple of weeks. So I came in, turned all the heating on, turned the telly on, turned the sky on, was potting around, thought I'd get all the mail in, got all the mail in. There was loads of junk mail and shit. I was going through it and I had a bill and a credit card bill and loads of different stuff like that, and I was ripping them up, putting them in a pile. And I had this one from the bank and I was looking at it and I was reading it down, and it kind of, you know what banks are like when they give you a letter, it kind of, you read it and you're like, what the fuck are you trying to tell me? Just put it in English so I can understand. And as I got down to the bottom, it went, yeah, we're refunding you £1,700 because some charge they put on a loan that I had with them years ago, that they weren't allowed to charge the interest for it, so I got the interest back. And I was like, oh my god, I was worrying all this time for not spending the money, and then I got given that. So what would you do if you suddenly got money in your bank that wasn't yours? Would you keep it, or would you give it back? Would you let the bank know, or would you just be like, no, I'm just going to keep it a secret? So what would you do? Leave it in the comments. And leave it in the comments any gun variant stuff that you've got. Please like and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.